Okay, so you can improve your program code by using namespaces to make your code more efficient. You'll notice that in several of the examples we've used in the lecture videos, we've used the method called System.Console.WriteLine. That's pretty long. WriteLine is the identifier, the name of the method that we are invoking. Console is actually the name of the class that the method WriteLine comes from. And system is the name of the namespace that console is included in. A namespace is a group of classes. So the system namespace includes the console class as well as several other classes. We can use that information to make our code more efficient by incorporating the using keyword. These examples from the textbook show how you would do this. At the top of the code, you can type the using keyword followed by the word system, and then you can omit that when you invoke the WriteLine method within your own code. Similarly, you can use the System.Console class with the using keyword at the top of your code. In this case, you have to also include the keyword static. So something interesting about C# is when you're using the using keyword, when you refer to a namespace, you just use using and then the namespace. If you are referring to a class within a namespace, then you have to incorporate the static keyword to let C# know that this is a class that you are using and not just a namespace. Let me pop over to the example that we have been looking at, continuing the example from the Chapter 1 Part 3 video, the debug example.cs file. So in this file, if you want to go ahead and edit this with me, we can, up here at the top of our code, incorporate the using keyword and type the system namespace, and this has to be followed by a semicolon. If we do that, then every time we invoke the WriteLine method, we don't have to call on this namespace as part of invoking the method. So it's kind of a shortcut. C# will check at the beginning of the code that we are using this namespace. So any classes and methods within that namespace will be automatically recognized in our code. And again, if we want to go even more specific, we can change this to using System.Console. And importantly, because console is a class, not a namespace, we have to incorporate the keyword static. So using static System.Console, then every time we want to use the WriteLine method, we can simply just invoke it with the name of the method and not have to rewrite the namespace in the class where that method comes from every single time we invoke the method.